What is going on, guys? My name is Ramen, back again from Ramen Reviews here, and if you guys can't tell, I am wearing my Anime is Trash and So Am I shirt. Thank you very much for Giguk for providing this shirt. I bought it from him, but I love this shirt. It's great. I'm probably going to be wearing it when I do most of my anime reactions from now on because I need to self-reflect. But I actually just came back from work. I am really tired, but you know what? I decided, you know what? I'm gonna get my coffee mug, gonna get some coffee, and I'm gonna go watch something that was on my top 5 list because I totally forgot that this was out. I didn't know when it was coming out. I got a lot on my plate, and my schedule's really but this was number 5 on my top 5 most anticipated anime of 2017 summer season list, and that is, well, the Japanese name, which is what I went by, was Yokoso Jitsuryoku Shijo blah 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 blah. And the English translation, which is out on Crunchyroll now, which is thank God, because I love Crunchyroll because it's on a set schedule most of the time. Very rarely did only once last season did something not happen scheduled. So this is great, and it's Classroom of the Elite is the English translation of the title. So I'm going to go by that. But Yokoso Jitsu Ryoku Shijo, whatever, blah blah blah, the rest of the name will be in the tag, so you guys can look it up. If you look up a reaction of mine with that name of the Japanese name, you'll still find me on one of the tags if you look up my name as well with it, so no problems there. But I'm going to label this as the title, the title, and what I'm going to be calling it from now on is going to be Classroom of the Elite. Now, I didn't know this came out so early. It came out around 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it is 9 o'clock p.m., so I'm 12 hours late, and I do apologize for that. But now that I know that it's on here, it's going to be on my scheduled list, and the list is getting bigger and bigger. And finally, I can get to a point where I have it completely set, so I can set some time aside and get things done on a properly time. So I'm usually, because I used to be one of the first people to react on certain things, and I want to continue it to be that way because I like getting reactions out fast and early for you guys. But usually the first week or so, I'm a little bit slow behind, and it takes me a bit to get caught up with everything. So give me like a week or two, and I'm gonna get caught up with everything, and eventually I will be like one of the first reactors to upload something on a scheduled thing. Now, enough talking about this. Let's jump into the very first episode of Classroom of the Elite, episode 1. What is evil? Whatever springs from weakness. Now, like I said, this reminds me a lot of Bakken Test, but this seems like it's gonna have a serious tone. Even though I think it's actually classified as like it was originally classified as like a comedy. But we shall see. Apparently, it was initially given a good first reaction of the first episode. I heard Made in Abyss is also good, which I plan on getting into that. But, you know what, I'm sidetracking now, so without further ado, let's jump in to the first episode of Classroom of the Elite, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Alright, so starting off with the bell. What is evil? What are springs from weakness? Oh, German. Classroom of the Elite, episode 1. Now, I did say this is going to be like Bakken Test, but judge from the previews, hold on. This is actually really nicely animated. Give me a second. I'll save my talk afterwards. Because it's the right thing to do. But as I was saying, I had a feeling this was going to be like Bakken Test because from judging from just a synopsis, but then I started watching the previews and it had the serious look to it. And judging from this little exchange right here, I thought it was going to be a comedy series, but in fact, it looks like it's going to be a drama. And I'm really interested on that. Sure, I would always like some more comedy stuff to laugh at, but I'm really interested in seeing how this is gonna go. I'm actually really interested. If this is going to be a serious take with like a baka and test kind of setting, where well, regardless of like the whole like comedy bits and like but the system where it's like the higher you're placed, the better off you are, but the lower placed, you kind of like the joke of the school. But I mean, like this is like a this academy apparently. Yeah, this one you have like 100, almost a near 100% rate of you're going to go somewhere well. Yeah, see. Oh, it is 100. So you're guaranteed to go to college or get a job. And college is much harder to get into than in compared to the states. We got our main character. Hmm. I wonder. I'm really curious to see how this show is going to portray itself. Um, it's so interesting, like how our lives in terms of schooling. Damn! Look at that guy behind him. But it's funny how different school life is compared from the United States or North America in a sense to Japan. It's so different. Like we don't have a student council president. That doesn't exist. Well, where I'm from, maybe it happens in other states, but where I'm from, we that does not exist for us. I live in Las Vegas. Granted, we're like ranked 49th out of 50. I think we were. I don't know if we're better now, but so I'm probably a bad example to go off of compared to like schooling things because our schooling district sucks in where I live. So yeah, nice class rep. I'm not gonna remember all you guys' names. Is he sitting next to the window? So she's the cheerful, bubbly kind of girl. Well, not really bubbly. Not yet. I haven't. She's a cheerful, friendly one. Okay. He kind of has this feel like he's watching everyone, kind of like um. Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm totally blanking on the main character's name from my teen romantic comedy is Snafu. My teen romantic comedy Snafu. Hickey. Hachiman. Okay, that took me a second. He has this kind of vibe about him, like her. He's the quiet one who just visualizes and watches everyone. I like that. He doesn't seem to have much emotion behind him. He has like no drive, no emotion whatsoever. That just the awkward hand clap. Applause. I mean, you still are kids. You're in high school. You're still a kid. Oh, do we got legs for days coming in? Hello there. Really? Interesting. Well, this is like its own place. It's almost like a mini city. See, I briefly touched on this, so this is a new thing. So it's almost like an allowance. So that's $1,000. That's not bad. That's 1,000 US dollars equivalent. And apparently D is the lowest, so they're already giving $1,000 in a month. That's more than I make. Almost, almost. Depends on my hours. 360 million is the equivalent of 3.6 million dollars. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all know that. I'm just, trying to entertain you. I need to know if this character is going to get a little bit more like, at least with Hachiman, he had this feeling where at least he was relatable. This one, he seems like, I'm gonna say he has the visual novel protagonist curse, where he's kind of like a blank slate and you're supposed to react as him, but he's hard to pinpoint. He does throw things back really fast. She kind of has like this kind of sassiness to her. Kind of like that. That's another thing that's very different compared to hold on, give me a second. I'm reading both at the same time. It's hard to talk and read two lines of sentences at the same time. But like I was saying, see, in high school, in the states at least, no one gives a shit if you're in a higher school in a higher grade. Want to know how many how many times I saw a ninth grader just like mouth off to a 12th grader? Granted, sometimes he got his ass beat, so it was kind of funny. But they don't care. They'd be like, "Oh, you're my higher up. Oh, huh. My apologies, good sir." No, they'd be like, "Fuck you on." I mean, like I know it's completely different culture, but it's just interesting. Like if I were to like if like for some reason like I was in like 10th grade or something, and I like, come on, I have a feeling because they're in class D, everyone gets 100,000, but then the monthly quota comes up, and that's when things change. Because they even said you're not equal. You're not equal. The only time you're equal is at birth. But then that's immediately after that. That's when the gaps start happening. So I think everyone's gonna be equal. Like this, like them coming first into the scene in school. That's their birth. Everyone's equal. But then that's when they're in class C, so they're already on like they're already low. They're already on the low tier end. But because of this, I think because it said you get your allowance based on your merits, so maybe they start off equal, but then now that they're in class D, they're going to get lower and lower. I couldn't read that fast enough. I don't want to pause it for you guys, but don't stare at her boobs. And you stare at her boobs. I actually knew someone who was kind of like this, although I don't know if they would go to such lengths to like be friends with everyone. It's an admirable goal. She does not. She has no enthusiasm behind her teaching. Kind of like the main character here. I'm really like I said like I have a feeling something's there's going to be a twist at the end of this episode. I've like because it said the main character here messed up on the test and therefore it got here. Maybe the same thing happened with her because she doesn't seem like the type. I have a feeling they're gonna have this weird kind of interactions with each other. Like it's yeah, I don't see a single guy in there. I have a feeling like these two are like work like these two like their character developments and their actor interaction with each other. It actually works really well together. Oh hey, looks so like angry. Like why is this bitch standing next to me? Yep. It seems like everything she feels like has an ulterior motive behind it. He doesn't notice a lot of stuff. Well, you would actually. I think he would. I have a feeling she's been backstabbed before, which is why she's acting like this. See, like, I can kind of relate to this on a personal level. Story time. Um, Back in high school, I had this group of friends who I was really close with. I got backstabbed by them, and I kind of had this feeling I was like that with her. Although, if she's really been alone for that long, then it's another story. But I got to the point where I didn't want to have friends. I thought they were hindrance and annoyance. The thing is, like, oh well. It's hard to get through with people like that. Because one, I was the same way. It took me a while. In fact, it still is. Like for me to classify someone as a friend, it takes a long time simply because of that experience. So maybe someone from her past is making her like this as well. It's like a mini city though. I wonder why she got in Class D. Is she more of of a personality rather than a she's more she's more person more of a personality type of person rather than a smart kind of person. She's an interesting character. I wonder if we're ever gonna get a different expression on our main character here. Holmes look. Oh, here's where the twist happens. They not get anything. I knew it. They don't get nothing. Holy shit. Yep, I knew it. Because they're Class D, they don't get anything. So even though she's not saying anything, they're still taking notes. Oh, so is it a classroom given? Like even if you are like the greatest student in your class, it doesn't matter if any no one else or zero. That's why the few people who spent really low. Exactly. I knew it. Yep. That's why she wasn't reprimanding them. This is going to be a very interesting show, I have a feeling. Now they need to prove themselves. Okay, that was a really good first episode, not gonna lie. I knew that they had to end it on a twist because the way that it was going, because it didn't make sense. I mean, just for judging from the system, but yeah, after reading the synopsis, you can kind of piece things together. Um, it seems like some people already knew of that catch. I don't know if the other girl, the quiet one, the aloof one, um, I'm really interested in it. So there's a lot of things they need to talk about. Like, I want to know if it is classroom based. Like, they judge it by the complete classroom. So regardless of, as long as you're in that classroom, you're screwed, or rewarded depending on which classroom you're in. D being the lowest, of course. So we're gonna see. I'm paying attention to the ending really quickly. The ending's actually really cool the way it looks. So for a month, a lot of the guys are basically gonna be like, yeah, you need to wait. You're screwed. You need to basically live off whatever you can for a month. I'll get my full thoughts on this at the end. Another one by Lerche. Takes great talent and skill to conceal one's talent and skill. Alright, so overall, this seems like a very interesting type of show. It seems like something that, while it takes very little, some aspects from Bakken Test with the whole class ranking system, that's about it. I had a feeling that it was going to be like that, and I was completely wrong. Like I said, the only thing that I could compare it to would be the class ranking system. There is no comedy involved, it looks like. Um, for the most part, I highly doubt that, because I have a feeling this is going to be a slightly serious with lighthearted moments, but it's not going to be comedic as a focal point. It's going to be drama based. It's going to be school life based, but it's school life where it's not like the stereotypical school life where like cute girls doing cute things or yada yada yada. This is going to be school life in a serious sense, and that's something I haven't seen too much of, and I'm really interested in seeing how this is going to go. Like I said, main character reminds me a bit of God, Hachiman from teen romantic comedy Safu, and I like that because he's good. He has a sense of I'm gonna be watching over everyone, and taking everything in. Although he's not as philosophical as Hachiman, but overall he is still very similar in in aspects. He's pretty similar in those kind of aspects. So overall, this is something I'm really interested on actually seeing. I know this is 4 of 5 of the top 5 anime of 2017 summer season that I was looking forward to. This is the 5th one. This is actually going to start going higher and higher. If it continues this pace, I think it's going to be a really good contender. Because like I said, I thought it was going to be comedy related. It's not, so it's serious. And if I knew that it was going to be serious, and if I know how good the first episode was going to be, it would have definitely swapped things up. I think I would have probably put it at, I'm debating either 3 or 4. Have Hajime no Gal probably move to the last spot, and I still don't know enough about the reflection with Stan Lee. Interested on seeing where that's gonna go, but that doesn't air until the 22nd, so I got 10 days before that even airs. So I would probably put it in the 3rd spot. I had the reflection with number 4 and Hajime no Gal at number 5 because I already know what I'm going into with Hajime no Gal. But this one, it threw me for a loop. I'm happy it did because now my expectations have shifted completely. This is looking to be a really strong first episode, and I'm hoping it continues to go down this path. It has the possibilities of being a really good show at the same time. There is a lot of good shows this season. I'm actually really impressed at how many good shows this season are. I know Made in Abyss is, a lot of people have told me to watch that because it's also a really good first episode. So I'm going to go watch that and check that out. But I do apologize, like I said, for being 12 hours late to this. I didn't know it was coming out today. I really should have. I should have done more of my research, but now that I know, it comes out at 9 o'clock. Freaking Hajime no Gal comes at 8, so it's a perfect time. No, 8:30, so I can literally watch Hajime no Gal, and while that's uploaded, I can watch this. Perfect. This is great because I don't have work until afternoon, so I got two of the shows that I'm planning on reacting to this season in the beginning, and then I still have my day. This is really good. So expect next week I'm gonna have at least a good amount of these shows on schedule on deck for you guys, and I'll be able to bust them out. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Remember, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you guys feel if you guys feel inclined. It really means a lot and helps make the channel grow. Also, follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description below, but it's where I post like some updates and stuff. I'm trying to say this at the end of most of my videos nowadays. But I keep up with my daily life or just stuff like that. But it's where you can directly interact with me. If you ever mention me in like a tweet, I can at least message you directly, because that is the easiest way for me to at least comment with you directly, because it's hard for me to get to all these comments on YouTube. It's getting to a point where if I wanted to, I could comment to every single one of them, but there's just simply too many. And with the amount of videos that I'm going to be doing soon, especially with looking at this season, it's going to be hard to get rid of to all of them. So every once in a while, I'll comment to a comment. I'll reply to a comment. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video, whatever it may be. I have no idea what's next. I don't think I have much to do on Thursday. I'm probably gonna I will watch Made in Abyss most likely tomorrow on Thursday, 13th. Just look forward to that. But other than that, I need to figure out what else I need to watch. I heard Aho Girl is really good. That's also on Crunchyroll, so that's perfect. Speaking of which, there's Aho Girl number 12, episode 2. I heard it's funny, so we'll see. But you know what? I'm making this video a little bit too long, so without further ado, I'm gonna go sign out now, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever it may be. Aho Girl, Made in Abyss, something, I don't know, but we shall see. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.